Hi, I'm Rihanna. This is my second video about my cancer journey. If you want to watch the first video with the timeline, I will put it in the description down below. I'll also put a link up above if you want to click on that and watch it later. Right now we are going to talk about a little bit about what it is like to have a needle core biopsy of your breast when they think that you have breast cancer. I am in America. I did have it done at Kaiser facility, so that's going to be very specific to them. If you want to share your experience, if your experience was different, please put it down below. The reason I'm sharing this particular video is because I was absolutely terrified beforehand, and I watched a ton of TikTok videos, and the majority of the videos said it was the worst experience they've ever had. They said it was the most painful thing ever. I was so terrified to have it and then terrified to wait for the results. So I want to tell you what it's actually like. This is going to be a short video, just a little walkthrough about what happened. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box down below. I'm happy to help. I also am sharing this experience to try to help to pay for my thousands of dollars of medical bills. I have already racked up in only a month with cancer in America. So if you could go ahead and comment, like, or most importantly, subscribe to this channel right now. But I am also sharing it because I don't want people to be scared like I was. So the biopsy, the first thing that they do is they take you back into the radiology room. For me, it was the same place that I did the mammogram and the ultrasound, exactly the same place. They have you change into a gown. They have you wait in a room. My wait was not very long this time. The first time I had to wait about half an hour. This time I waited about 15 minutes, so that was really great. The one thing I didn't like is that they throw you into a room with a bunch of other ladies who are waiting for similar things like mammograms and ultrasounds, and you're all sitting there half dressed in your gowns, stressing out. It is not a very comfortable place to be. It's very uncomfortable and kind of like humiliating to be sitting there. But that's just Kaiser. That's just how they deal with things. So the first thing they do is they call you into a room. A very nice technician walked me through all of the procedure, what was going to happen. She had me sign a waiver of rights or whatever to say that I was agreeing to everything. She had me put my things up on a hook, and then she had me lay down on a table. It was a warm room. It was a very comfortable place to be. She was very sweet. It wasn't terrible so far. She did say we're going to do another ultrasound. So she did an ultrasound of the same exact places they did before. She didn't tell me anything except for it was the same. She was just going to do an ultrasound and then tell me if the radiologist was coming in, the radiology doctor. So that doctor came in. She did another ultrasound of the same places. They looked at the details together on the screen. And then the doctor told me again what she was going to do. I will say the worst part of the whole thing was the lidocaine. So the first thing they do is they scrub the area, make it all sterile. Then they take this big, huge, long, scary needle. So that's the scary part. So close your eyes the second they start scrubbing you down. You close your eyes and don't look at it again. So she injected the lidocaine in the spot that she was going to do first. The lidocaine hurts so bad, but it only hurts for like 10 seconds. So it really, really burns. Like the needle part didn't hurt that much, but it burns. And then she just told me, hang on, it's going to go away. And I was a little emotional at the time. So the other technician held my hand and she was very sweet. And then the rest of the part didn't hurt. So everybody who said it was a terrible experience, maybe yours was a terrible experience, or the lidocaine didn't kick in for you, or maybe you go to a place that they didn't do lidocaine, but really I didn't feel anything at all except for light pressure afterwards. So then I also kept my eyes shut. They go in there with a little clicky thing and they take like 5 samples of each spot. I did have to have 3 different shots of lidocaine because I have 3 different spots. I have a large spot, I have a small spot, and then I have in my underarm, I have my lymph nodes are also enlarged with cancer. So at that time, I didn't know, but they are also enlarged. So they took like 15 samples, but they're real quick, click, click, click. And then the radiologist doctor just basically leaves the room because they're done with you, and the technician cleans you up and holds pressure on the wounds to make sure that they're not bleeding. And then they put a little steri tape over, so they don't even stitch them up. It's just a tiny little like spot. And then they tell you not to let the don't pull the steri tape off, let it fall off in the shower. You can still shower. I think they told me to wait 48 hours or 24 hours or something like that to shower. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't a big deal. It was sore afterwards, but just like sore like somebody's punched you and like you're just dealing with like a bruise. and I am on blood thinners, so it bruised really bad. There was like a big bruise, like somebody had just drilled into me and punched me. But after that, it's fine. You can really do anything. You're not supposed to lift anything for the first couple of days, but you can still work. You can do like whatever you need to do. The first, I had it twice. I had it on April 19th on one side, and that was pretty emotional for me. So that part was scary, and I did think it was going to hurt, so it hurt, and obviously everything like that. The second time I had it was April 14th on the other side, and I knew it was going to be expected. I wasn't scared. I wasn't crying this time. I didn't have to hold the technician's hand, and that one was a little bit better. So if you go in there not scared, and just expect that the lidocaine is going to hurt for like 10 seconds, and it will go away. Just close your eyes, count to 10, and it will go away. The rest of it doesn't hurt. It's just an emotional time because you think that maybe you have cancer. In my story, I do have cancer. So now it's something I'm just dealing with and sharing my story. So if you like these videos and you want to hear more of my story, you want to help support me, please subscribe at the link up above. And if you want to share your story, especially if you have a different experience with this, or if you're in a different country, or you have different medical insurance or something like that, a different doctor, I would love to hear your story in the comments down below. I will talk to you soon.